Oh, hello there, my friends! Welcome back to Vintage Solitude. Today, we speak of time travel, a vision in our heads of the supernatural phenomenon that we love to showcase in all of our media, whether it's movies, video games, books, and overall in general. And recently, that gets me thinking. I have been super inspired by it. We all know of Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, and maybe even Doctor Who, The Twilight Zone, or the original Star Trek. These are all cult classics from my knowledge that involve some form of time manipulation or time travel. We all think these could possibly happen in the near future. With our ever-evolving technologies and sciences that are always changing, they are changing right now. We are making history as of me speaking on this video. Science has always been one of my favorite subjects in school, but on top of that, history is the most interesting thing I can think of right now that inspires me to go back in time and see these things unfold onto my eyes. And that's what these stories go and do. And that is great storytelling. When I started making home movies, I was watching a show called Ant Farm, and they had a episode involving time travel. I know, cheesy, right? A Disney show that involves time travel. Crazy, right? And that gets me thinking. If you go 20 years in the future, say to 2040 or something right now, 2042, so you plan it out. 20 years go by, what would you say, and what would you do? Plan reviving into the future to meet your future self. I definitely think none of this is physically possible right now, even if something happens in the near future. With our ever-advancing technology, like I said, it just doesn't make sense for John Titor or Willie 2024 or any of these stupid TikTok fake accounts claiming they're time travelers. It's just doesn't make any sense to me. Because the number one rule of time travel is not interacting with the past. Like your past self and the past in general, because huge consequences happen, and these hoaxes are somewhat believable. Especially John Titor. Willie 2024 almost got me until I found out the whole thing was a fakery. Same with all the TikTok stuff. It's all garbage for clout, I guess. And remember, in Back to the Future 2, Marty bought a sports almanac. And when he did that, Biff was overhearing Marty and Doc's conversation. And hence, where Biff got the idea to steal the DeLorean, go back to 1955, and screw up their whole 1985 timeline. Just a example there. But there's another theory I have. What if time travel already exists in this timeline, this dimension, whatever have you? I know you hear this a lot on the internet, but this is a what-if speculation. Is the Chinese government hiding it? Is the Russian government hiding it? We don't know. And what kind of logic would it be? Would it be Bill and Ted logic? Back to the Future logic? Based on time dilations? We don't know. But if it was based on Bill and Ted logic, Bill and Ted say the thing that they're going to go back and do, and then it happens. Like when he didn't have his dad's keys to unlock the historical legends out of the jail cell. It is a really fascinating thing to think about. Comic books do this all the time, like The Flash, Superman, and Spider-Man, basing all of their stories off of the multiverse, or time travel in general. Breaking a time vortex into another realm. That's mostly what time travel is, a big vortex of mixed up different versions of it, and it gets very confusing with all the time travel paradoxes and other stuff. And this is where No Time comes in. The definitive, open-world, sandbox time travel game that I have been dreaming of ever since I got into gaming. This has filled my crave since Back to the Future, the video game. Not only does this game have the greatest homage to Back to the Future since Back to the Future, the game, this game also has an incredible story that reminds me of Animal Crossing mixed with Cloud Punk, if that makes any sense, with a little of Roblox's mechanics of work at a pizza place. There is a lot of stuff to do in this game. Like I said, there is side quests and all sorts of stuff. It's an open world game, so you have to expect some side quests in there and some other stuff. Like, you can work at Burger King, pizza place, and there's one other thing you can do. You can make axes and hammers in the medieval times, and that is a fun minigame. I love doing it. I thought it was really hard at first, but I got the hang of it, and this game is fun. I love it. Like, just traveling through time is just so much fun. You get the uranium or the fusion cells, you put it in your car, and then you travel to the past or the present or the future. It doesn't matter. And you just have a good time. The graphics are insane for a game this size. I don't know if it's like... I remember it was like 1 gig or something, 2 gigs. And they put so much time and effort and skill into this game. There's so much detail. It's like, it feels like Red Dead, but a linear kind of, it's not linear, actually, that's the wrong word. Red Dead, but not as heavy on graphics, and they have, like, you know, cartoonish models. And without the gore. It's just a great stuff. A great world to explore in and do whatever you want. And that's what I wanted for a long time with a time travel game. And now, if people are watching right now, future developers that are making games, I recommend you to play No Time. And if you make a game like this, but with higher graphics, with gunplay and all sorts of stuff like Red Dead Redemption or some other game that is huge like GTA or something like that. Just imagine something different. Not that kind of gameplay, but just upgraded to like some kind of space adventure time travel game. That is what's in my head that I want to make at one point or another. Just high graphics, better gameplay, just freaking amazing stuff. But we got that already with No Time, except without the, you know, gore and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I love No Time. I just wanted to talk about it for a little bit. And I forgot to mention, the developers of No Time are absolutely wonderful. They helped me fix a save. They helped me figure out where I needed to go next. The community, I should say. The developers helped me fix the save. And all is good. I haven't finished the game yet. I plan on it. It's one of my main goals is to finish 10 games this year, and No Time is definitely going to be one of them. This game is just, you get lost in it. You basically get lost in it. You can do anything. You can screw up the timeline. You can do anything you want, basically. It's an open world sandbox game that I've been craving for a long time, and I recommend it tremendously. And now, I want to talk about something that I really want to work on in the future. I was thinking of a movie or a game, but if you make both of them, I doubt I'll make both of them, but I have this idea stuck in my head. Basically, it's a Mafia 2 John Wick style video game or movie that I really want to make, not in VR though. VR games are really hard to make and it would take a lot of time. Basically, everything would be black and white. Noir. That's what the whole thing is. A noir style game. Everything is black and white. There is no color. Basically, these two agents, female and male, are going on a rampage, killing everyone they see for plans or some kind of document, basically some kind of thing that they are searching for. Like, you know, a traditional mafia movie or some kind of action movie, basically. And basically they have some kind of time device where they can time travel at any point in history, and they go to it and try to kill everyone again. It's different levels, basically, but in the movie it will be something completely different. But basically that is what I want to make. Just a simple, like, Doom, Max Payne, noir style game. And just have some John Wick kind of gameplay, you know? it would be a good thing to have a duo of as well. Just two, because you know most games have one main character. Why not do a duo? And it will be co-op, and it will be just a crazy game or movie just thrown at you, and it would be interesting. That's my ideas, but we're gonna go into the outro now, so yeah. And so if you reached the end of this video, what are your thoughts on time travel? Do you like the idea? Do you hate the idea? I'd love to know your comments down below. And thank you once again for watching. It's my time to go back to the future. This was the first ever scripted video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of Vintage Solitude.